Hello, everyone, and welcome to Real Talk Episode 3. My name is Anthony the Mark.
I'm Tony the Father.
Today, we're going to talk some wrestling news, do our long-awaited Chick-fil-A review, and play a couple of wrestling games. Tony, how are you feeling today?
Since I heard about the Chick-fil-A review, I'm feeling good.
This is weeks in the making. It is finally coming to fruition today. But before we get there, I want to talk about a couple of big things that happened in the news and landscape of professional wrestling. Number one being AJ Lee's first official match in 10 years is now official for WrestlePalooza. It'll be AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Tony, what do you think this match means for women's wrestling in general?
Well, you know what? AJ Lee coming back is a tremendous thing. A lot of people love this. Everybody was excited about it. Me personally, AJ Lee wasn't the top tier woman wrestler that I remember. She's not a Becky Lynch. She's not a Charlotte Flair. She's not one of those. She's not a Rhea Ripley. But what she is the person that took wrestling, I believe, for the women's division into that next era. She pushed it in the right direction. Roxanne Perez, for example, AJ Lee was a huge hero to Roxanne Perez, a big inspiration. A lot of the younger wrestlers that we see coming up through NXT, through WWE, and all around the world, AJ Lee is their Hulk Hogan. See what I'm going with this? She is the person that took that wrestling for a lot of these younger superstars like Roxanne Perez. Because you got to remember, when AJ Lee was first introduced to us as wrestling fans, the women's division was kind of in that lost stage.
It was in the Divas era.
It was in the Divas era. We were coming out of the 5'8" woman with the perfect bodies, and they were all dressed in the tight clothes. AJ Lee kind of broke that mold a little bit for the wrestlers like the Roxanne Perez's of the world and a lot of these young superstars that we're seeing today. So that's how I look at AJ Lee. She's kind of like a pioneer. She's kind of like a trailblazer for a lot of these younger wrestlers today. So in that respect, this is a big moment for a lot of people.
Trailblazer is probably the most accurate word you can use. She, like you were alluding to, took the women's division at the time, and it was the Divas division, and she helped transition it into what the women's division is today. And you look back at when AJ Lee was at the top of her game. She was fighting the likes of Nikki Bella, Natalya. Naomi was still around at that point, but then it gets to Summer Rae and Alicia Fox. So the talent level when AJ Lee was last on top is not what it is today. So you said just a couple of moments ago, AJ Lee isn't on a Becky Lynch's level. She's not on a Charlotte Flair's level. My pushback on that is maybe she is, and we just haven't seen her fight the right competition yet.
We're going to find out, but when I say not on their level, I mean not on their level in ability in the ring, with the wrestling in the ring. It's just a different tier that some of those superstars like the Rhea Ripleys, the Io Skys, the Charlotte Flairs today, it's just a little different tier. But what I'm saying, what AJ brings is that whole. She pushed, I think, the people like Rhea Ripley, people like Io Sky. She pushed those women to a different level with what she brought when she was there.
And it will be interesting to see how she hangs in the ring 10 years removed from her last WWE match and with the likes of Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Io Sky, these women's wrestlers who are leaps and bounds ahead of the competition that she was used to facing 10 years ago. And we talk about AJ Lee in her first match back. It's a mixed tag team match. She is teaming with her husband, CM Punk, to take on Becky Lynch and her husband, Seth Rollins. Quick prediction for that matchup, Tony.
All right. Well, this is pretty simple for me. AJ Lee just came back. Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, even CM Punk, they've been around for a while. So this match is going to center. It's on ESPN. It's at WrestlePalooza. This is going to center around AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, I believe, this match. And I can't see AJ and CM Punk dropping this match. I just can't see it. And what the right book should be, AJ Lee should pin Becky Lynch in this match, and it sets forward Becky versus AJ going forward down the road.
I like that. I'm just going to piggyback coming out of this match. I'd also like to see Seth Rollins and CM Punk go at it one more time for the World Heavyweight Championship. So AJ Lee, CM Punk have to win this match. I think they will win this match. WrestlePalooza is shaping up to be a big card. We're going to talk more about it in a matter of moments. But first, I want to talk about Raw, WWE Monday Night Raw, schedule time change. So over the next 3 weeks, Monday Night Raw, which has always started at 8 p.m. for as long as I've been a wrestling fan, will be starting at 7 p.m. to counteract WWE going up against Monday Night Football. Your thoughts on this, Tony?
Yeah, well, WWE has gone up against Monday Night Football for how many years?
Ever.
Forever, okay? We have a different boss, a different people in charge. We're talking TKO. This is not the Vince McMahon's WWE anymore. They are all about the dollars. So what we're going to do is we're going to go at 7 o'clock instead of 8, and we're going to see how we how we compete with the NFL compared to last year. They don't want to lose viewerships. They don't want to lose advertisers. So they're going to try something, and maybe it'll work. And if it does work, they're going to keep it at 7 o'clock during the football season. And if it doesn't work, they'll probably go back to 8 o'clock. But I can see them going to 6:30. I can see them going to 6 o'clock. I can see Monday Night Raw being on Tuesdays during football season. If it comes down to the dollars for TKO, that's what they're going to do. So we're going to see if it's going to help or not, because they do take a hit with the NFL football.
So would you say that this is a smart decision on WWE's part? We know that TKO is all about the money.
Yeah, I think it's not a smart decision, because you don't want to bounce your times difference. And you got something. Monday Night Raw, since I can remember, is 8 o'clock. Like I said, football's been there for the last 20 years, and they've been competing with them the last 30 years for Monday Night Football. It's just a beast right now. You got to try to set your matches up different. You got to look at when halftime is. Maybe people will jump over. You got to do things like that. So by kicking it back to 7 o'clock, and there's 2 NFL games this week too. So that's what they're trying to do. It's all about money for them. At the end of the day, everything TKO does is about the dollars. You got to remember that.
And it will be interesting to see if this test run is successful, if WWE decides to implement their new start time for the remainder of the NFL season, or if this is something that they're just going to use to kind of build data and then make a decision going forward next year. Either way, will be a bit of a change for us wrestling fans, having to watch Raw at 7 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. for the next 3 weeks. Now, talking about WrestlePalooza, which we already spoke about with AJ Lee, there was a big piece of news dropped by Triple H on the Pat McAfee show this week. Triple H confirmed that Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, will be at WrestlePalooza. Tony, what do you think he's going to be doing?
It's got to be something with Drew McIntyre, right? That's where he left off, wasn't it, with Drew?
That's what you would assume. If Drew is fighting Randy on Friday Night SmackDown this week.
So if Cody Rhodes is going to be at Palooza next week, is it possible we're going to see him Friday night on SmackDown?
I think so.
Well, if we do, it has to be something with Cody versus Drew. And if they can add Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre and you put it into WrestlePalooza, that just makes the event better. So I hope that does happen. I know I heard yesterday on the McAfee show, like you did, that Triple H announced Cody's going to be at Palooza. So it's got to be Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre at WrestlePalooza. But hopefully Friday night on SmackDown, we're going to see which way they're going to go with it.
Cody versus Drew would be a huge match that only elevates the first ever WrestlePalooza, first premium live event that will be broadcast by ESPN. I think it's a smart move to get Cody back. The only question I have is if you have Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre and John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, what main events? I don't know.
Well, Cody is the champ. But how do you put Cody versus Drew and you're throwing it together in a week? Maybe it's a co-main event.
And quick prediction, Cody versus Drew. Is there a possibility Drew McIntyre could win the WWE Championship?
Unless Cody Rhodes has got some movie contracts that we don't know about and he's going to be tied up for a long time. No, I don't think Drew takes the title off of Cody.
This is my upset pick of the week. I think Drew McIntyre shocks the world. He wins the WWE Championship. It is well documented how much Drew McIntyre has given to this company and how he really hasn't been given his fair due. I think that changes at WrestlePalooza. You have a huge title change to kick off this new era of ESPN WWE, but we'll see what happens at WrestlePalooza. Elsewhere in the wrestling world, now we're going to be talking about AEW a little bit. Wardlow made his return to AEW at their pay-per-view Forbidden Door. Then it was reported this week that Wardlow unfortunately suffered a major injury during that event. He tore his pec, and now the question is Wardlow injury prone?
Let's talk about Wardlow coming back first.
Sure.
He came back in a Don Callis faction.
Yep.
He came back as the number 8 or number 9 guy in the Don Callis faction. So basically, when AEW brought him back, they buried him right from the beginning. He's brought back as muscle, or he's brought back as a bodyguard. So I look at Wardlow. He's the type of guy, he was the number 1 draft pick coming out of college football, going to the NFL. The guy never produced. He's the Ryan Leaf. Anybody know who Ryan Leaf is?
I interviewed Ryan Leaf.
He was the number 1 guy coming out of college. He got picked over who?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning in the first round. In 2 years, he was out of football. The guy was a bust. And you see that happen a lot in sports. This guy, Wardlow, had all the ability in the ring. When he was doing his stuff with MJF about 2 years ago, everybody was all on board with it. First, he was his bodyguard. Then they wrestled and stuff. But the guy never lived up to his potential. And what it says is when they bring him back off an injury and they put him in a Don Callis faction as a number 8, the number 9 guy, as a bodyguard, basically, that tells you everything you need to know. Now the poor guy blew his pec out. What do you do?
It's torn pec, yeah.
Torn pec. He'd be gone for another year. Me personally, he's a Ryan Leaf of football, of wrestling, and he's going to be gone probably or buried when he comes back. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my thought.
All right, last little bit of news I want to talk about is AJ Styles cut a shoot-esque promo during commercial break on Monday Night Raw this past week. He called out the fact that he no longer has backup, referring to Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, who were released from the company, and Michin, who is on SmackDown. Styles would then go on to allude to the fact that somebody backstage does not want him in WWE, and this has sparked debate online of whether or not this promo is a work or whether or not it is a shoot. If you're unfamiliar with the terms, a work is a planned action. A shoot is AJ Styles going into business for himself, getting some frustrations off of his chest. Now, it's important to remember 2 things. Number 1, this promo happened during commercial break. Usually, when a superstar is cutting a promo during commercial break, it's a bit filler. The major part of your audience is missing what's happening. So for that reason, I think it could be a shoot. But then you have Dragon Lee, after AJ Styles' match with El Grande Americano, come out and help the Phenomenal One, alluding to the help that AJ wanted. So, Tony, I'm going to ask you, do you think this is a shoot or do you think it's a work?
I think it's a work. You know what? AJ Styles has been doing this too long. He's on the back end of his career. He's got another year maybe left. He's even come out and said it. So why would he just shoot from the hip like that because he's frustrated? He has every right to be frustrated. The last 5-6 matches I've seen AJ Styles in, he is 1 against 2, against 3, against 4. So he's frustrated. He doesn't have his boys there no more. He used to have his backup with him at all the time. They're gone. So I think it's a work. And you saw Dragon Lee came out. He helped him when we saw the second Americano come out to help Kaiser Soze. So I think it's definitely a work. And maybe we're going to get AJ with a little backup now or something, or a little faction going on with AJ. So we'll see. But he was definitely maybe frustrated. But I can't blame the guy because he has been 1 versus 2, 3, or 4 for his last 5-6 matches.
I'm going to say it's a shoot just because I know AJ Styles' son voiced his frustrations online, and I'm sure that AJ's son's frustrations are similar to the frustrations of AJ Styles. You mentioned it. He's coming up on his final run in WWE. You look at all the love and praise John Cena gets, and deservingly so, but let's not forget about AJ Styles and everything that he's accomplished. He's kind of being, given the short end of the stick, so maybe this is a way AJ thought that he could kind of juice up his final run. I don't know. It remains to be seen. But what do you guys think about AJ Styles? What do you think about AJ Lee? What do you think about all of the news that we just covered? Share your opinions in the comments. If you have a question for Tony or I, we're going to start doing a mailbag segment whenever we get enough questions. You can email us. We are itsrealtous1@gmail.com. But until then, it is time for the long-awaited Chick-fil-A review.
Yes. It's the only reason I agreed to do this.
Right here, I have a bag of Chick-fil-A. Let's see what we got.
What are we reviewing? What we're eating here?
Yes, so we got some waffle fries.
Waffle fries are always good.
Right here. And then we have a 12-piece nugget. So we're doing the Chick-fil-A nuggets and waffle fries.
Chick-fil-A nuggets. Ooh.
And we have tons of sauces.
Oh, we got different sauces. That's the flavor there. That's the review, the sauce.
Here's your honey mustard. And I'm going to start. I'll do the ranch. All right. Hey, cheers, Tony. Cheers.
Honey mustard's good.
Ranch is pretty good. I would say the nugget overall, though, is pretty damn good nugget.
Take a bite.
Mood. Some TikToker guy we watch. He
The
just
TikToker guy, he's like really big and he eats food and stuff. He's funny though. I don't know if anybody else watches that, but that was for mood.
All right, so you want barbecue next?
Yeah, let me try the barbecue.
Okay, here's your barbecue sauce. I'll do the Polynesian sauce.
This is great. We should just do this. Frig the wrestling video.
Polynesian's definitely better than the ranch.
Barbecue's a little weak. I'm not going to lie.
Try this Polynesian.
Let me try the Polynesian. Barbecue's on the weak side. It's different. Yeah, it's good. I like the Polynesian. Polynesian's good. It's different. I like it. All right, so barbecue and honey mustard have been eliminated.
I think I'm going to eliminate the ranch, too. It's just too generic. Okay, yeah, take a fry. Let's do a fry.
I got a fry. I
gonna do
love waffle fries. Waffle fries are the best.
You can't beat the waffle fry.
I tell you, I put the Chick-fil-A French fry up against Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's fries. Because the Chick-fil-A waffle fry is very good.
It's salty. It's crispy.
Oh, it's good. Oh, fountain soda.
It's diet.
Diet is ass.
So here's just the Chick-fil-A sauce. I'll give you that there. This is sweet and spicy.
Sweet and spicy. That could be
Sriracha.
good. Sriracha. What's sriracha? That one? All right, I'll try this.
This is like an Asian zing sauce, if you've ever had
I'll try
that.
this. All right.
Or like a Thai sauce.
So this is up to the pound. This is going against Polynesian.
I think that's the best sauce.
Right here?
And I don't even think it's close.
That is good. And it's got a little kick.
Yeah.
Oh, it opened up my sinuses. Wow. That is good. I put that ahead of the Polynesian.
So we have the classic Chick-fil-A sauce, and then going up against the number one contender, the sweet and spicy sriracha sauce.
This is our classic Chick-fil-A sauce. Oh, that is so good.
So good.
And it's light.
It's so good.
Oh, my God.
It's so good. It is light.
You could have like 50 of these nuggets with that sauce. The sriracha sauce is very good, but how can you beat the classic Chick-fil-A sauce? I just can't do it. I cannot do it. I got the Chick-fil-A toss retaining their title. The number one sauce for Chick-fil-A is their original sauce.
When it comes to the meal itself, 1 to 10, chicken. We got chicken nuggets. We got waffle fries. What would you rate your Chick-fil-A experience?
This Chick-fil-A experience was very good. Like I said, the waffle fries is second to none. You can't beat them. I'll put them up against any fast food fry out there. And the chicken nuggets with the classic Chick-fil-A sauce is just incredible. So this was a 9 for me. This was a 9. This was an excellent snack, and I enjoyed it. This was a 9.
I like the 9 rating. I'm going to be just a little bit less. I'm going to give it an 8. Having all the sauces, too, just makes it fun. So, yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. It's a 9. Chick-fil-A is a passing grade for us. We give it a thumbs up. We'll do it again.
Chick-fil-A is a thumbs up. I like the food review. That was fun.
It's a fun change of pace.
Yeah, and I'm always hungry, too, so that's good for me.
We did our news. We did our food review. Now we got 3 games.
All right, hold on 1 second. I got some Chick-fil-A stuck in my tooth.
Blind rank these John Cena farewell tour opponents.
John Cena farewell tour this year's opponents so far. Okay, let's do it. I like this. Let's go.
Logan Paul.
You know what? There was so many spots that John Cena did. He was going back and give different wrestlers like AJ Styles, he's giving them their credits and stuff. Logan Paul was great in the match. I got that at number 2. I enjoyed that match.
R-Truth.
The R-Truth John Cena thing, that was good. You know, it was at the moment when we were all caught up with R-Truth, with what was going on with him. The match itself, you know, I'm gonna give my kudos to to R-Truth a little bit, but I'm going to put that at 4. I'm sorry. I got that at 4 on this list.
CM Punk.
I'm going to put CM Punk, John Cena at 3 for me on the father's list.
So you got Logan, Punk, Truth.
And I got my 1, which I'm hoping I know which it is, and my 5 open.
Randy Orton.
That's, you know what? I'm inside the Mark's head. I know where he's going with this. I still going to put it at 5 because it was right in the beginning when he came back. I got it at 5, and I got my number 1 open, and I'm hoping it's what it should be.
Okay, so finishing out your list, Cody Rhodes.
That's what I thought it was. SummerSlam, I was there. I saw that match. That was number 1 in John Cena's comeback farewell tour. I think I nailed this list. What do you think?
What do you think of the father's blind rankings? Did he get this right or did he get it wrong?
Nice.
Next, we're going to go and we're going to play Keep 3, Cut 5. I'm going to give you 8 wrestlers in total. And you will have to blindly keep 3 of them and cut 5 of them. And the theme for this list is they are all-time big men.
All-time big men. Wow, this could be guys currently, guys from the past. Oh, my God, this is going to be hard. All right, let's go. To do this blind is not going to be easy. Go ahead.
Keep 3 and cut 5 all-time wrestling big men. Vader.
Number 1 right out of the box is Vader. If it wasn't for the guys like Vader as a big man, you wouldn't have some of these big men down the road. I got to keep Vader. I'm keeping Vader at 1 for an all-time big man because without the Vaders of the world, and there's only a couple of them, we wouldn't have had a lot of these big guys today. So I'm holding on to Vader.
Andre the Giant.
I knew this was going to happen. How do I keep Andre with so many big men out there that did so much more in the ring? Andre was a freak of nature. Number 1 freak of nature of all time. There's so many big guys out there that did more for wrestling than Andre the Giant did. See, that's how I'm looking at it.
Andre did a lot for wrestling.
He did a lot for wrestling, but he wasn't the best in-ring worker guy. No, earlier in his career, he was a lot better than later on. But I'm going to let Andre go, and believe me, I'm not happy with this, but this is blind, and I can't keep him. I'm letting Andre go. See you, Andre.
Okay, you kept Vader, you cut Andre.
Yes.
What are you doing with Mark Henry, the world's strongest man?
Mark Henry's another one. World's strongest man. He did a lot for wrestling. He's another big man, but I just can't keep him because I know there's so many more people out there on this list that I'm hoping are on the list. I got to let Mark go, and it kills me. Bye, Mark.
The Big Show.
What do you do with the Big Show? Could be so many big guys on this list. Oh, my God, the Big Show. You know what? I'm rolling the dice here. This might blow up in my face. I'm letting the Big Show go. And that's just the one out of the other 2 that I regret the most. I'm letting him go. Bye, Show.
The Undertaker.
There you go. There you go. We got The Undertaker here. How do I let Taker go? What he's done for WWE, what he's done for wrestling for 30 years. I got to keep my Undertaker. The Undertaker's on this list. He's one of the all-time best big men.
Okay, we're through 5. You kept 2, you cut 3, and we've got 3 more wrestlers to go next. Yokozuna.
As much as I hate to do this, Yoko, you're gone. You were a great big man, but you weren't around long enough for me. So I'm going to let you go, pal. See you, Yokozuna.
Okay, we've got 2 wrestlers left. You have to keep 1. You've got to cut 1. Kane.
If Hulk Hogan or Bam Bam Bigelow is the last 2 guys, I'm going to be happy with what I'm doing. I'm going to let Kane go. Now, if I get Kevin Nash or somebody like that, my list blows up. But I'm going to roll the dice and pray to God that the Hulkster or Bam Bam Bigelow is there. So, goodbye, Kane. You're gone off my list.
Finishing out your list and your last keeper, Bam Bam Bigelow.
There we go. All right. People are going to kill me for keeping Bam Bam, but without Vader, without Bam Bam, 4 of those names that I cut would never, ever, ever be there. WWF never liked him. He had 1 title shot in his whole career, Bam Bam Bigelow. 1 title shot. So I got Bam Bam on this list, and I'm happy with my list because Vader and Bam Bam, to me, are two of those big guys that we wouldn't have had these other big guys if they weren't there. And The Undertaker's the all-time biggest guy. So I love my list.
What wrestlers would you have kept and what wrestlers would you have cut of these all-time big men? Okay, Tony, now we're going to finish up. We got one more game. It is a bracket. You are going to have to choose what advances and what is eliminated. And the category of this bracket is, what is the best wrestling finisher of all time?
God, it's another tough list. Best finisher of all time?
The RKO or a choke slam?
When you say RKO, it's Randy Orton. Choke slam is used by a lot of wrestlers. But RKO is special. It's one guy you think about. So I got the RKO over the choke slam.
Okay, what about the stunner or the super kick?
Give me the stunner over the super kick.
The F5 or the people's elbow?
Oh, that's easy. The F5. Next.
The spear or the sharpshooter?
All day long, the spear. It's one of the best moves ever in wrestling.
Figure 4 leg lock or the go to sleep?
This is tough. Toss up. But I'm going to have the figure 4 leg lock, move forward over CM Punk's go to sleep.
I love it. We have a submission going to the second round. Next, we have the 619 or the curb stomp.
The 619 is too legendary. I'm going with that.
The frog splash or the tombstone pile driver?
A lot of wrestlers use that frog splash, and it's great, but how do you beat The Undertaker with the pile driver? Give me the tombstone to move on.
Okay, and the last matchup in the first round is the Styles Clash versus the leg drop.
Oh, see, I'm old school. The leg drop's advancing for me because of the Hulk. Give me the leg drop over AJ Styles' finisher.
Okay, now in round 2, we have the RKO going up against the stunner.
Tough one for round 2. But give me the Viper. The RKO is one of the all-time best finishes. I got the Viper moving on.
The F5 or the spear?
I got to go with the spear here. I'm sorry, but I got the spear moving forward. It's been a finisher for some great wrestlers. I got the spear defeating Brock Lesnar's F5.
The figure 4 leg lock or the 619?
Sorry, Ray. You're done. Give me the figure 4 leg lock. So many superstars have used that to finish their opponents.
The tombstone pile driver or the leg drop?
My all-time favorite, Hulk Hogan, has been defeated. The Undertaker moves forward with the tombstone.
Okay, now we're on to round 3. The RKO versus the spear.
Could go either way. It's a coin flip. But I got Randy moving. The RKO is one of the all-time best finishers in the history of wrestling. Randy Orton's RKO moves on to the next round.
The figure 4 or the tombstone pile driver?
Going into the finals, the tombstone pile driver takes out the figure 4. The pile driver moves on.
And then in the finals, we have the RKO versus the tombstone pile driver. Tony, what is the best finishing move of all time?
Oh, God. Oh. I'll take the tombstone pile driver over the RKO. On most days, it's the best finisher ever.
What do you think the best finisher of all time is? Okay, so that's going to do it for us at Real Talk episode 3. What did you guys think of the show? And remember, if you have a question for Tony the Father or I, email us. We are itsrealtous1@gmail.com. We're going to be starting that mailbag segment soon. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Anthony the Mark.
And I'm Tony the Father. And don't forget, when you get a chance, get to Chick-fil-A.
First review, Chick-fil-A got an 8.5 out of 10 collectively between us.
Take a bite.
Mood.
Mood.
All right, see you guys next time.
Oh.